Hey guys, welcome to another Mind Right Monday. I'm Bonnie Kelly. So today we're talking about how you can have a more emotionally intelligent reaction, especially in those moments where you don't want to. So this is a fun topic, and hopefully the intro just cracked you up as much as it did for us to film. But it's so easy sometimes to not want to practice our emotional intelligence skills, especially when someone hurts us or they do something that is painful or affects us in a negative way. So today we're going to teach you 4 different ideas on how you can have a more emotionally intelligent reaction, especially when you don't want to. So let's dive right into the first one, which is take ownership of what you feel. Now this is a big one. Often people think that being emotionally intelligent means that you should never have a reaction. Well, that's not the case. Having an emotional reaction is normal. It's what you choose to do about it that matters. So when you feel, when you're angry, when you're irritated, when you feel that rage or resentment or bitterness or shame or guilt flooding or building up inside of you, that is your clue that your check engine light is flashing and it's saying something is off. And that's your time to own what you feel, to take ownership of that. You know what? I'm really angry right now. I'm really hurt right now. Now, when you take ownership of that, when you acknowledge that I'm feeling these things, now you can say, okay, is this the best time for me to respond or to communicate or to continue this conversation? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. It is where you can acknowledge your feelings, and then we can start moving forward with taking ownership and following some of my next tips. So let's dive into the next one, which is take emotional responsibility. All right, so this is a big one. Once you own your feelings, recognize that I'm feeling this, I'm hurt, I'm agitated, I'm upset. Now it's time to take emotional responsibility. This means where you have to start asking yourself, okay, is this the best time to respond? If not, then go process your emotion. Emotional responsibility means that you're taking ownership of what you feel and you're doing something with that feeling so you can end up with a different result. Now that could just be through deep breathing, that could be through journaling exercises, going to the gym, going for a run, doing something that is going to allow you to move that emotion out of your system so you can then think a little bit more clearly. So what I often say is that emotions are kind of like a dense fog. So for anybody in my Bay Area buddies, is that when the fog rolls in, it is difficult to see more than a few feet in front of you. Well, emotions are kind of like that. I want you to imagine that when you're feeling and you're not owning those emotions, that it floods your body and you're kind of only able to see a few steps or a few feet in front of you. Well, you don't have very clear vision. So by taking emotional responsibility, you begin to process those emotions and get them out of your way so the fog lifts and you can now make a decision or you can start taking action that isn't clouded by your emotional judgment. All right, so this leads me to my 3rd tip, which is resist the urge to punish them. I love this one. It is so easy, like I said, that when we're emotionally charged, especially if you're not the one in the wrong, if somebody has done something that is neglectful or abusive or rude, it's very easy to want to return that emotional favor that they offered to you. You really want to resist this urge, okay? As I said, having an emotional reaction is normal. So feeling that emotion, being upset and agitated, but it's what you choose to do with the emotion that matters. Now, if you choose to be passive aggressive, if you choose to poke at them or say something hurtful or to ignore them altogether for weeks or not invite them to something, guess what? You are reacting. You're not consciously performing in a way that best serves your highest good. So being emotionally intelligent is to process those emotions, to own your emotions, but then to resist that urge to hurt them in the way that they hurt you. Because ultimately, is that going to get you what you want? Probably not. All right, so this leads me to my 4th and final tip for the day, which is get clear with your point and communicate from there. All right, so this is a good one. Now, after you own your emotions, you're resisting the urge to poke at them, you've processed those emotions. Now it's time to get clear with what it is that you would want to communicate. Like, what is your overall goal? If your overall goal is maybe to change that behavior, to change that dynamic, Well, then you got to remove a lot of the emotional judgment and blame. You have to remove a lot of the criticism that would be easily able to come out. You want to communicate from your point. So if my point is to assert a boundary, it's very clearly articulating that boundary and say, hey, that behavior we experienced yesterday really hurts my feelings. And in the future, I would really like to do things differently so we don't experience that anymore. I was wondering if you're willing to try this or help me come up with a solution so we don't have to go there again. I stuck to my point. I didn't make them wrong and say, who do you think you were for doing that? And like you're manipulative or you're a little punk and you're a jerk and you're this. Well, that's going into blame. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to get confrontational and reflect back to you. So it's going to be important for you to make sure you get clear with your point and communicate from there versus allowing the emotions to run into the driver's seat. Hopefully this video has helped you for this week into retuning those reactions and having more emotionally intelligent reactions. Until next week, I'm Bonnie Kelly. Hey guys, did you enjoy this video? Then join our online community. We love hearing from you. Be sure to comment below, or you can friend, fan, follow, tweet, or Snapchat us on all social media platforms. We're here for you every step of the way. And don't forget, you can always find more at bonniekeller.me, and that's where you're going to find our live events, classes, workshops, and trainings that are here for you every step of the way. Until next time, I'm Bonnie Kelly.